What's going on YouTube? This is What Would Josh Do, and I've got a package that just came in the mail today. I ordered this a few days ago, and here it is. Let's go ahead and open it up. Alright. I went to the T-Mobile store. They said it was on back order because the pre-orders had sold out. And, well, it didn't take too much longer to get it. I got an email that it shipped. Yesterday I got a notice on my door saying I missed the package. And so they attempted to deliver it again today. Apparently you get a year of Netflix or something with it. That's pretty cool. The 32 gig Nexus or Galaxy S6. So here we go. 4G LTE capable, a 64-bit octa-core processor. That's actually kind of exciting. A 5.1-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display, a 16-megapixel rear camera with optical image stabilization. I will be testing that out and making a video showing how good that is. A front-facing camera for those of you who have pretty faces. Not for people like me. Wireless charging capable. You need to buy a pad, but it's cool that it becomes wireless charging capable out of the box. Samsung Knox, not cool at all. You can get different memory sizes. Honestly, this is not a phone I'm going to use every day. I have a Note 4. I'm getting the M9 in the next couple weeks when I get my tax refund back. So definitely, yeah, it's just going to be a phone I probably pass on to my wife because she, yeah. Android operating system. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. Let's get into this. All right. It's exciting opening a new phone, but, you know, it is what it is. It's a Samsung phone. All right. Let's go ahead and peel this off with our handy dandy knife. That's not a knife. I'm very aware of that. All right. We got this side too, but screw that side. All right, cool. It's a new phone, you know. Whether it's a $100 phone, a Nexus, or a TouchWiz cluttered field device, it's still exciting nonetheless for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and take out all of this information. All right, it's basically just my IMEI, serial number, stuff like that. Stuff I'll need for activation. I am going to go ahead and throw my SIM card from my Note 4 in here and use it to let people know how I feel about it. Maybe my opinion will change of Samsung. Maybe it won't. We'll see. We are also going to root it, install custom ROMs, and etc. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do that now because I'm going to be providing tutorials on this device. This device will not be going anywhere because I bought it from T-Mobile. If you buy it from T-Mobile or Sprint, your bootloader's not locked. You can root it, install custom ROMs. You can do whatever you want to do with it. It's your device. If you buy it from AT&T or Verizon, you are going to have a locked bootloader. You are going to have to wait a while for someone to come up with a root method. And then if you applied any updates since the day the phone came out, you're screwed because Samsung's going to fix any root methods that are discovered. And it's just a big giant mess. So that's why I got it on T-Mobile, even though I have AT&T and T-Mobile. So let's go ahead and peel this off. And if you don't care about rooting, then you probably don't care which carrier you get it on. So in here we have some more information. Let's go ahead and get this out to see what all is in here. All right. You have instruction booklets, terms and condition, warranty, information on how to use it, and etc. All the different accessories you can get from Samsung, like a wireless charging pad. So you can get an official one from Samsung. Might have to check into that. We'll see. Again, I will be using this device for at least a couple weeks, trying it out, seeing if I like it, and moving on. Definitely excited about the M9. Going to be videos on that in a couple weeks. Here's the charger. It is rated at 5 volts, and it looks like 1.67 from the camera. Yeah, or 9 volts, 1.67 at 5 volts, 2 amps. So the quick charging is going to be the 9 volts. So this does support quick charging. Also comes with a charging cable, standard micro USB. And then you have some earphones, which is also very nice. And some different size earbuds for people that have different size ear holes. Also, it has a SIM ejector, which is very nice. You can eject that SIM tray, I'm assuming it's a tray, and put your SIM card in there. So, all right, moving on. There's no removable battery. There's no removable micro SD card. So if you're someone that's going to possibly use this device for a very long time, I would recommend getting more than 32 gigs. Most things are cloud-based these days, and 32 gigs personally for me is just fine. And I actually barely use my micro SD card. Probably the most used things my phone gets, like from the outside of the internal storage, is the pictures and stuff. So those would go on the micro SD card. But on this phone, they would go on the internal storage. And since this phone records very high quality video and takes very high quality pictures, you're going to want to delete those pictures after you take them, and hopefully you have like Dropbox or something where it syncs your pictures to the cloud, and that way you can delete them from your phone and they're still on the cloud. There is a little film on the camera lens there to protect it. The back of the phone is like a glass finished. I did watch Zenomax's video, and he talked about how if you close your eyes, it's hard to determine whether you're holding the front or the back, because it does feel very similar on both sides. I guess the biggest thing you're going to know when you're pulling out of your pocket is if there's a bump, that's your camera, which it does have a flash, a heart rate monitor, and more. It's got a fingerprint scanner in the bottom here, and unlike the Note 4, you don't have to swipe your finger like I do every single time I unlock my device. You just hold your finger down. We're going to do a video setting that up as well. You have your little SIM card tray here, so you can push this in there and take out the SIM card, which it does use a nano SIM, so I will have to go to the freaking T-Mobile store and get a nano SIM for this thing. And since my Note 4 uses a standard micro SD card and this uses a nano, volume up and down, the speaker, which, oh my word, looks very similar to another phone. You got a microphone, your charging port, and then you've got that 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on for the first time. Galaxy S6. All right. Let's wait for it to boot up. This could be a quick process or a long process. It doesn't really matter at first. All right. Oops, didn't mean to press that. English is our language here in the United States. We're going to go ahead and turn on Wi-Fi. It will... Do you know your phones can... Yeah, I'll skip that for now. I'm waiting for it to pick up my 5 gigahertz network. All right, turn right here. And we're going to put in our password. All right, we're going to connect to it. I need to turn the brightness down a little bit, so I will do that in a second when I can finally get to those settings. All right, consent. No, I do not want to consent to that. I will agree. And checking connection, software updates. This is on T-Mobile, so you can accept updates and not worry about rooting and stuff like that. If you're on AT&T or Verizon, you will not want to accept any updates if you plan on rooting in the future. We need to go ahead and sign into our Google account. I'm going to lower the brightness and the video quality won't look so yellow in a second here. We did just sign into our Google account. We put in our email address, hit next, put in our password, hit next, and now it's signing us in. All right, here you can choose whether you want to restore apps from another device or if you want to start fresh. I'm going to go ahead and set up as a new device. If you choose a device like this and then you hit this, you can actually choose which apps you want to have restored to this phone, or you can just choose all and hit done. Again, I'm setting it up as a new device, so that way all my apps and stuff don't get restored. I'm going to go ahead and hit next. Yes, backup, yes, no, no. Actually, I will choose that one. I don't know. We'll see. Next. All right, we're going to go ahead and skip this. You can sign into your Samsung account to back up and restore stuff, locate your phone, track workouts, etc. So if you are into that kind of stuff, you will want to do that. So add a fingerprint. We'll go ahead and do that later. I'll make that a separate video, so this one's not quite as long. Easy mode, off. Please insert a SIM card. Okay, I will do that once I get a nano SIM. All right, now I can adjust the brightness. All right, so here we go. It looks very standard to the normal thing. With my Note 4, I am rooted, so I was able to get rid of the S-Finder, quick connect and stuff, and it made it a little button up here at the top left. So once you root, you'll be able to install WANM Exposed, and you'll be able to customize the phone to your liking. I personally don't like that it takes up so much of the notification panel for S-Finder and Quick Connect, and once I root this device, I will get rid of those buttons and place them up here. You do have quick toggles, and you can scroll through them, like flashlight, for example. We can go to our settings here and see what version of Android this is running. It is 502 out of the box. The T-Mobile version is the SMG920T. SMG920T. And this Knox has got to go. We are going to be voiding our warranty pretty damn soon. Of course, that's optional. You don't have to void yours. Now, to get developer options to show up, you will go to your build dimmer and keep tapping on that several times until it says you are now a developer. And just like on the Note 4, the menu button has changed. It is now a recent apps button. But you can, if you're in something like, let's say the Play Store, you can hold it down and it'll act as, whoa, okay. Well, they changed it. You can probably change it somewhere in the settings where if you hold it down, it turns into a menu button. But as of right now, it serves as some like quick app launcher thing. All right, that about wraps it up for the unboxing. Obviously, this is just the first look. I have no clue how the device performs, if it's going to be any good or not. So Google Now is that. All right, so let's oh, that's nice. They have a close all button down there. So if you open up all these apps and like the camera, and if you open up, I don't know, YouTube, you can hit home and then recent apps, instead of swiping them all away, you just hit close all. So that's pretty cool. So far, TouchWiz, I don't know, like it feels different than normal and things seem to be loading just fine. So that's a good sign. It seems when I hit recent apps, if I showed you my Note 4, which honestly, I can't even find it at the moment. I don't know where it is. I'll have to look for it. But if I press this button, everything happens really quick. And with the Note 4, there is at least 2 or 3 second delay when you hit recent apps to pull up your recent apps. So Samsung might be doing a better job with this than they have with previous phones and versions of TouchWiz. The current screen does not support split screen view. Okay, so that's what's going on. If I hold this down, I can launch something like, see, they made Instagram a system app. With root access, I'll be able to convert that to a user app or delete that completely. I can go to my files, and now it's a split screen thing, so that's actually pretty cool, and this is how you'll change stuff with that little button there. Well, we'll open up the Play Store again, and if you press this button, it'll make it full screen. So yeah, they changed the way a lot of things work, and I'll definitely have to play with the device to learn more about it and give you more accurate, review, first impressions, etc. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know by giving it a rating. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos on the Samsung Galaxy S6, HTC One M9, NVIDIA Shield Game TV console thing, and many, many more videos. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you want to know what videos are coming out next. Keep in touch with me, play some video games with me, etc. This is What Would Josh Do, and I'm out.